Breaking news, breaking news, breaking news. This story is just ridiculous. Thank you for watching Power News with your host, Shikama of Shikama Live. The Obamacare fiasco that we are now living under in 2014, stories were trickling in, and finally it has come out in the news that volunteer firefighter departments who are put on as employees for IRS tax purposes have to provide health care under Obamacare. The short of it is that under Obamacare, the employers, which will be municipalities all across the nation, will have to provide health care under Obamacare because they are over 50 people. Now, how do they get to 50 people? Is in a municipality, in a county, you will have more than one volunteer fire department, but they link them all together as one, so you can have more than 50 quote-unquote employees in a single jurisdiction. So as such, they would have to provide healthcare under Obamacare. And I'm going to give you the final blow here in a second, and you will be shocked. For those who do not know how they operate, most of the volunteer fire departments operate by donations. So they have firemen's balls, firemen's dances, firemen's dinners, what have you, all to raise money to help pay for the expenses that the fire department, the volunteer fire department, has to go through and has to put up with. Because of Obamacare and because of the law and because they will be over 50 employees, quote unquote employees, and because the IRS says, and I quote, generally tax law apply to firefighters in the same manner as for other types of workers. It does not matter whether firefighters are termed volunteers, are considered employees, or identified by any other name. If the work they do is subject to the will and control of the payer under the common law rules, they are employees for federal tax purposes. This means under Obamacare, they are employees. They must be provided with Obamacare level health insurance. So what does this mean? This means in the United States of America, volunteer firefighter departments will close. Now, a very interesting topic rose up when I announced I was going to do this video on my Facebook, which you should all join. The link is on my regular YouTube channel. Just go to youtube.com/user/Shakama, and all one word, and you will see the Facebook link on there. One of my viewers said, does this apply then to all volunteer sort of businesses? And yes, it does. As you can see, the position of the IRS is volunteer does not matter. You are an employee. So if you have Goodwill or the Red Cross or the others, and you have volunteers, and there are over 50 employees, and let's say according to the IRS you simply aggregate all of them in the city, where you can have hundreds of quote-unquote Red Cross people, and they're volunteers, they're not actual employees. Like, you know, the Santa standing outside of the supermarket is a volunteer. That means that all of those charities will also have to close their doors because they cannot provide Obamacare level health insurance to all of their employees. This is the destruction of the country. You would not even understand or believe how many volunteers are in companies. So no more college volunteering for companies to put that on your resume. No more volunteer for the Red Cross. No more volunteering for churches. None of it. It would all stop. The employees have to be let go. So they can't accept any more volunteers. So long for that business or company or charity. It's over. In the news, they said that the GOP or the Republicans are trying to do something for the volunteers, specifically the firefighters, because they don't want to see these rural volunteer firefighter departments go the way of the dodo. But that remains to be seen. They would have to repeal Obamacare, which it really should be repealed. A letter to the IRS in December said that all businesses who act on a volunteer basis would have to disband or go to a fully paid status for the volunteers as employees and provide Obamacare level health insurance, which is really expensive. I don't know if you've checked it out. It's really expensive. Don't check it out. Take my word for it. Don't visit the website because they will put government Trojans on your computer. I've already discussed that as well. Your information on the Obamacare website is not secure whatsoever. One of the interviewees about the information about the firefighters said, quote, "I think you would agree that this outcome would be detrimental to those municipalities that rely on these heroes day in and day out to provide services their local government are unable to afford as full-time paid positions." And really, this is the crux of the matter. Obama wants everybody living inside of major cities. He doesn't want people on the countryside, which is ridiculous. How are we gonna feed ourselves? We still have farms. Although we only have 10% farms. Those 10% now, due to technology, provides food for the entire nation. We don't need tons and tons of people on a farm anymore because now we have tractors and trucks and pulleys and harvesters and sprayers and all that sort of stuff, that now one farmer can do the work of 100 people today that it took 100 people to do just 60, 70 years ago. Obama doesn't want people living in the countryside. He wants them living inside of major cities, and that is another part of the grand global control scheme that's going on. The global control might work in Europe because Europe is full of cities all over the place and it's not very big. Each country is not very big. America, the United States, is a huge piece of land. Yes, it's not big as China, it's not big as India, but it is a huge piece of land when it comes to the first world. And it has very good weather compared to something like Canada, which has land but has terrible weather. So you just can't go in the middle of Canada and start a farm. I mean, you would have nothing unless you have ice plants or something. I'm being funny. Anyway, that is part of the global elite's plans anyway, to get people to move to cities. Now, I know I sound like a conspiracy theorist, but this is just information that's readily available for everybody. Now, tell me what you think of this volunteer in everything. Firefighters, Red Cross, Goodwill, all of those will have to close shop. Will have to close completely. Stop business. And without repealing Obamacare, there's no way around it. Thank you for watching this Power News with Shikama. Leave a comment below. Tell me what you think about this. Make sure you always like the video. It's just a simple click of like. And make sure that if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. And absolutely always share the video on Facebook, Twitter, Reddit, whatever you want to do. Thank you for watching.